Hello again to all my fellow rock tumblers out there. Are you ready for another rock tumbling video? Well, I know I am. In this video, let's take all of these rocks that I found out in West Texas. These are some of the first ones that I found. I brought them home and I was just cutting them in half to see what was inside. In some cases I found agate, oh, maybe a little rhyolite. Don't know what that one is. Maybe more rhyolite. Well, perhaps a jasp agate there. Oh, there's the pair. So there's going to be a variety in this batch. Oh, that's clearly agate. I did a quick face polish on one just to see what we could expect. This one is clearly going to be a moss agate. So I think we're going to have some winners in here. What I'll do is I'll get all these rolling in the barrel. I'll get them in the 60/90 coarse grit. And I'll keep them rolling until they're nice and smooth. Once they're smooth, I'll bring these back in here and I'll show you what they look like before moving them onto the polishing stages. Check it out, our cut rocks from West Texas are finally ready to move on to the polishing stages. And no, they're not perfect. I got them as close as I wanted to perfection, but honestly, some of these were never going to get really smooth. They just had too many flaws in them. And besides, I think once these get shined up, they're going to look beautiful. Well, at least most of them. Some of them, well, this one maybe. Some of them will be duds. Others, I think, are going to look really nice once we get a shine on them. Oh, sure. Imagine this with all that chalcedony in there shined up nicely, and then the quartz. Sure. That should be a good-looking rock. Well, let's find out. I'll go ahead and get all of these in the vibratory tumbler. I'll go for about 10 days, use 4 different grits. Once I'm finished with that final polishing stage, I'll bring them back in here, and I'll show you what they look like. Well, what do you think? Our West Texas cut rocks are all finished with the polishing. Look at this. We got some shiny rocks in here. Some of these are really nice. Let me show you those. I'll begin with this quartzy agate right here. And as predicted, the chalcedony took a great shine. Oh, that's pretty. And of course, check out all the quartz. This thing's hard to hold on to. It's so smooth and shiny, it's very slick. I'm not sure how I would describe this odd-looking rock here. It's sort of a mossy agate, kind of, sort of, maybe a little. But as you see, it's got those little orbs in there. Isn't that interesting? Those gray circles. Well, look, they're actually little pitted areas. Oh, I like that. This is one that was obviously cut. Looks kind of interesting on the outside, but look at the inside. More of that quartz with a really pretty and slick outer layer. Check that out there. Oh, I like that. That black chalcedony, sure. Cool design. Look at that surface right there. I can't even hold on to this thing. Right there, that's quite nice. Oh, this is a luscious little agate right here. Nice detail. Check that out. A little bit of, is that maybe waterline banding right there? I think it is, perhaps. Very nice. Now this rock is just loaded with details. Look at that as we get up close. Wow. It's amazing. And then this side, ooh. Well, kind of coarse in other areas, but I like this side a lot. Look at the, especially towards the end over here. Look at that fine mossiness in there. This little one is interesting, not so much on this side, but check out this side here. Let me see if I can capture that. You got the little vug right there. That little tiny gray chalcedony area right there in the middle of the screen. And very tiny banding. Do you see that? That's cool. This rock is actually quite awesome. Check this out as I turn it over. Notice how it has the different types of reflection. You see it's got you can see it there, the shiny areas and then the not so shiny areas. I really love that. This one's kind of similar to the last one, as it has those areas that just did not shine, but then other areas that took a very high polish. You see that? So you got there, you can really see it there. The host rock, as I like to call it, that soft sort of, I don't know, peach colored, tan colored mineral. And then you have the chalcedony. Another cool rock. This one is clearly a moss agate, and check out the detail. Wow, that just blows me away. Look at that in there. You see, folks, this is why we tumble and polish rocks. If you recall the start of this video, you saw how all of these rocks looked. There was no way we would have seen any of this. Wow, what were we missing? Look at that. Ah, this one may be my favorite. Wow. This is why we do what we do. It helps us appreciate nature. My goodness, what a stunning rock. Here's the other half of the quartzy agate rock I think I started with. Yeah, very nice. I used the mini Sonic vibratory tumbler for this little batch. It's doing a really good job now that I've gotten the hang of using it properly. I didn't like it at first. I was having troubles with it. My rocks would get all seized up. And I think it was because I was using the wrong size and shape of rocks in there. Now that I'm just focusing on small batches, it's doing really well. This agate has nice cloudiness in it. I like that. Oh, and it has, as you can see there, it has some of that host rock. That's interesting. Yeah, quite nice. Looks like a painting. This one took a decent shine, as you can see. And it has, well, a little bit of banding in there. And if you look closely, you can make out those tiny little specks right in there within the banding. I find that very interesting. I want to show you this little bitty one right here because I think it's the only green one that I have. And look at that fine green mossiness right in there. It's a very small piece of agate here, but it's packing lots of punch. I know, it's not a great tumble, and it's very small, but still, I like it. I think that green mossiness right there is a winner. This one's kind of cool. Check it out as we get close here. It's hard to hold on to these guys. There, you can see a whole world of stuff going on inside this one. Ooh. Wow, that looks like, oh, an amazing science fiction movie scene right there. I'm thinking of one of those Marvel movies where they fly into the atmosphere of some planet. It looks a little bit like that. You can just imagine a spaceship flying through there, I think. Or am I crazy? Yeah, don't answer that. We're down to our final three. Let me show you this, which is the other half of the amazing one I showed you just a few moments ago. Wow, once again, just drink that in. That is really impressive. It's such fine, fine detail. Wow. And that is just, it's like miraculous. Rocks can form like this. Now this one was one of my favorites throughout the whole process. I kept an eye on it thinking, if this takes a good shine in the end, it's going to be really special. Check that out. It's like a breccia. It's got the chalcedony in there, the host rock. And that little, well, it's not little, it's actually a deep vug right there. Or, I don't know, pocket, whatever you call it. All I know is that opening right there, every time I would take this out of one of the different grit stages, I would have to spend 2 minutes cleaning all that out in there. That's quite the pocket to collect slurry. But it was worth it. This turned out to be a really cool rock. And finally, check this one out. Another West Texas agate with amazing detail. Look at that in there. The colors, the pattern. Wow. But you just never know about these rocks out there. Look at this side here. Fall colors, right? Look at that. Can't you imagine, well, being up in Vermont and like October and seeing the leaves change? That's the color. I used to live up that way. I remember that. How beautiful. Now remember, this is a result of many, many, many weeks of tumbling, because you saw how these looked at the start. Yeah, this doesn't happen by accident. You gotta grind these things down to get to the good stuff. Hope you agree. Thank you all so much for watching this little rock tumbling video. I hope you enjoyed it. We got some good rocks in this batch. Hardly any duds at all, actually. Great shine, and as you saw, some amazing patterns. Words fail me when I look at a rock like this. That's just incredible. Well, once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video, please check my playlist. I've got lots more of these rock tumbling videos, along with rock hounding videos, rock slabbing videos, calving videos, all that good stuff. Once again, thanks again for watching.